Aloha, it's Ronnie Margolis coming to you from beautiful Kauai. It's time for our monthly market update where we talk about the trends in the real estate market here and any new developments and kind of take out my crystal ball and tell you how it looks from our vantage point. Of course, we've got a team here of full-time realtors here to serve you. And we're going to take a look at recent sales and inventory and the trends in the market. And we'll dig into it when we do the numbers. So let's begin with looking at the volume of business on the island of Kauai. You can see that it kind of has gone up till January and February earlier in the year, then really dropped off in June, volume way down. And then in July, we had more sales that closed. Interestingly enough, on the Big Island, which has 4 or 5 the number of times the number of transactions than on Kauai, sales were down more in July than they were in June. So not each island marches to the beat of the same drum, if you will. And so we did just over $100 million in sales in July. Take a look at the market at a glance. I'm going to show you around the different zones of the island, and I'll start on the west side. And here in Waimea, you can see we have a small amount of properties for sale. There's only 14 active listings and 6 properties currently under contract. That means they're either in a contingent escrow, could be inspection, appraisal, survey, or they're under contract, meaning there are no contingencies remaining. If we move a little bit east, we get to the Kaloa district, and look how much is for sale there. There's 141 active listings, but also 131 under contract, and an asterisk there. There's a couple of new projects in Kaloa, and so when those projects come to market, they will go under contract. A buyer will put down a deposit. They have to pay another amount of money when the building gets to a certain percent of completion. And so they show up as under contract, although those sales may not complete record till next year or even maybe till 2026. In Lihue, inventory has been light most of the year. There's 59 current active listings and 17 of them are under contract. And going up to the Kauai district, that's Kapa'awailua, you see we have 89 listings, 39 under contract. And on the North Shore, 126 active listings, but only 17 under contract. Now, a lot of our luxury market is on the North Shore, and that's a very soft part of our market, those transactions above $3 million, let's say. And there's not a lot that's affordable in that district as well. The price of condos has gone up mostly over $1 million, and the price of single-family homes mostly above $2 million. Now, something else that's interesting is we can see that trend of the inventory building, right? So if we go back and look at the end of April in the Hanalei district, we have 91 homes or condos for sale. 91 compared to the end of July. So, you know, that's almost a 40% increase in inventory in the North Shore. Same thing true on in Lihue, again, where there's not very much for sale. Go back to April, we had 47 homes for sale, and now we have 59 homes for sale, or this could be homes or condos. So even that, the numbers are small, but it is a 25% increase. And so that's the basic trend in the market. The inventory continues to build. And if we take a look at our monthly comparison, one thing you can see is in July, there were a total of 37 single-family homes that sold, 21 condominiums that sold island-wide, and 7 pieces of land. So add that up, you've got 65 total transactions for the month. And as we speak, we've got that 432 properties active inventory for sale. If you divide that 432 by 65, that tells us the number of months of inventory. Meaning, if nothing else were to come actively on the market and we just sold through at that rate of 65 properties a month, how much inventory do we have? Well, that's 6.67 months of inventory. And generally, the thought is in the real estate industry, anything less than 6 months of inventory is a seller's market. Now we've got a little bit more than 6 months of inventory. So that trend from a seller's market to a buyer's market seems to be continuing. And just know if you're a seller, of course, prices have appreciated so much over the last 3-5 years, tremendously. And if you're a buyer, things are moving in your favor. We don't know how much price adjustment or improvement we're going to see, but certainly when you do see those interest rates drop like they did fairly dramatically this last week, it may be time to get off the fence and pull the trigger on that property you want. Before we wrap up, I want to show you one more thing that illustrates maybe from a different point of view the trend in the market. And I also want to share one of our current great investment opportunities for a contractor or someone that wants to put some sweat equity into a property in the visitor destination area up in Princeville. And let me give you this little microscopic view of what's happening in Princeville. So here we're taking a peek at the Princeville single family home market. And what we can see here is that this is for 6 months, right? In the last 6 months, there have been 11 single family homes that sold. And 6 months, 6 times 2, well, it's not quite 2 homes a month. And there are more and more homes for sale in Princeville at the moment. But look at these numbers in this resort area. So the average price, now of course, some of these homes are as much as 4.9 million, and that brings the average and median price up. The median price here over the last 6 months, 2.5 million. The average price, 2.8 million over the last 6 months. And the cost per square foot, almost $1,200 a square foot. So we have a listing on Kapiolani Loop near Queens Bath. Like I said, it's a contractor special. It's listed at 1.55 million. So that is a great opportunity for an investor. We don't see that many of them at this point in time. And if you're looking for something that you can put some beauty into and use either as a second home or vacation rental, you may want to check that out. Thanks so much, and mahalo for watching our August market update. So here's a quick view of the investor contractor special up in Princeville at Kapiolani Loop. It's a lot that's over 11,000 square feet. It's very close to Queens Bath. Great backyard and 2 single car garages. Put some TLC into this property, and as you can see from the median price in Princeville, you're going to have something in the low to mid $2 million range. Hope you found some value in it. And the trends, inventory continues to scooch its way up. A little bit of softening in the pricing. Depending on interest rates, this may be the time to get off the fence and find your perfect piece of paradise here. And my team and I are eager to serve you, happy to serve you, provide any information, do a virtual showing, and do everything we can to exceed your expectations of working with a professional group of realtors. So until next time, Ronnie Margolis from the beautiful island of Kauai saying ahui ho and aloha.